As if the A's don't have enough trouble with their attendance. They're playing the Marlins today, and it's pouring rain.
You are Locked On A's, your daily Oakland A's podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hello, A's fans, and welcome to Locked On A's, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, where it's your team every day. This is the daily podcast. We talk about your Oakland A's as well as we can here in the rain. And we're on location here, as you can tell. Maybe you can't. I'm at the Oakland Coliseum. I'm your host, Paul Francis Sullivan. Please call me Sully. I've been a baseball podcaster for well over a decade now. And like the mailman, not even the rain is going to stop me from doing today's show. By the way, today's show, if you can call it that, is brought to you by Monopoly Go. Download it on Google Play or at the App Store. Get brand new fun boards, cities, emojis you can use to taunt your friends and heist their money and take away their properties. Monopoly Go. It's different every time. Now let's get back on the game. Follow us at Locked On A's on Twitter or whatever it's called now, or on Instagram. I'm your pal Sully. I'm at Sully Baseball on Twitter, Sully Baseball Podcast on Instagram. Yeah, I'm in Oakland. It is Saturday, May the 4th, and yesterday the A's won a fabulous game against the Miami Marlins. J.P. Sears was great. They got a great Rooker home run, and suddenly by winning the first game, it puts the A's in an absolutely fantastic position to come out and say, just split the next two, and you have yet another series win. And here I am at the Coliseum looking to see if the A's can take on the Marlins and do well. And it is absolutely pouring rain. And as you can tell, the parking lot, they are not expecting a big crowd. In fact, I have to give a shout out to the guy working at the security. And I pulled up and I said, is the game still on? Because it's a monsoon. This is Miami weather we're having here in Oakland. I guess we're sparing no expense to make the Marlins feel right at home. But I said, is the game still on? And the guy said, yeah. And I said, are you expecting a big crowd? And he said, it's more likely that Halle Berry is going to marry me. So good luck, Miss Berry, with the kind man working at the Oakland A's parking lot. The wind is picking up, and it's May the 4th, so it's Star Wars Hat Day. Here we go. So yeah, you can see right there, welcome to the ballpark. And there's the soon-to-be abandoned Oakland Coliseum. And the already basically abandoned Oracle Arena used to be the indoor Coliseum. The once proud Oakland Coliseum area, home of champions. And we're now seeing a couple of very brave A's fans being the first to come in through the gates. And I'm going to join. By the way, as the video watchers can see, I am doing this from my car. This is how close my parking spot is. This is how I pulled basically up to the stadium. This is how close I am. It's going to be a fun day. All right, I'm inside the Coliseum right now, and as you can tell, it's pouring rain. It's a monsoon. I got myself an A's poncho. I don't know if this game is going to be on anytime soon because they're still pulling out the tarp, and they're still, pushing the brooms around to try to get the water off of there. It doesn't look like it's ending anytime soon, but here we go. Oakland Coliseum, pouring rain, and do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go walk around here I'm going to enjoy myself because the A's are playing great baseball. The A's are trying to get to 500. Then the Fisher family can sell all their stuff, and Major League Baseball can conspire against the A's, and the very gods in heaven could pour rain upon this green field. But that may not be enough to keep the A's from getting to the 500 mark, which I didn't think they were going to get to. You didn't think they would get to. But they may very well get there if we can get this game in today against the Miami Marlins. Holy Toledo. I'm not going to be one to pick on the A's attendance, obviously. The whole point of me taking over the A's podcast and coming in was to try to be positive about the whole thing and talk about how the A's are going to be, I don't know, we're going to try to have fun in this final year in Oakland. But my goal is to have more listeners on this show than to be in the actual game. You know, as it's pouring rain here, I'm taking advantage of being able to take a look at the Coliseum from different vantage points. In its odd way, it's kind of beautiful like this. Pouring rain, totally empty. They're playing some music in the background. Why they're not playing Star Wars music, I don't understand. It's freaking Star Wars Day. But there you have it. This is an absolute mess. Oh, but hey, I sent out a little message to try to see if there are any fans of Locked On A's here. And maybe, I don't know, I can talk to a couple of fans here. I'm in the upper deck area, but we're covered. This is really the only place to be. It's going to be a while. You know it's going to be a while because they're now pushing the water onto the grass, and that needs to drain. Here's another reason why you know it's going to be a while. First pitch is supposed to be an hour from right now. And if you can tell from behind me, the dugouts are completely empty. Not a player sitting in them. So, this is, by the way, I'm at the ball game with you all. I'm with all my friends here in the Locked On world, and so I don't feel alone. But I am one to go to ball games by myself a lot, and this is a prime reason. I can't imagine. I don't care how good a friend you are. I can't imagine anyone showing up to this game in this weather this early and expecting anything other than derision, ridicule, and people wondering about the choices I've made in my life. Well, I hope we get this game in. Still raining. By the way, it's Star Wars Day hat, and this is the free hat that everyone got. It's kind of a bucket hat with A's and Star Wars logos on it. The thing is that your pal Sully has a size 8 head. So this one size fits all thing doesn't fit on my head. It's basically a yarmulke. That's a good look, isn't it? Ladies. But I don't know, I'll probably give this to my sons or something, or maybe one of my students. All right, still raining. I'm walking around right now in one of the more covered parts of the Coliseum, and you'll see some things like some of the enclosed club seats and club suites and everything like that, which are basically the little luxury areas for people to go through. And on a day like today, let's be honest, maybe, just maybe, they should open those up. Are they expecting all the club seats to be open today? Are you struggling to close deals? Business selling is tougher than ever. That's why I want to tell you about LinkedIn Sales Navigator. LinkedIn Sales Navigator is a sales intelligence platform that helps professionals effectively prospect and engage High-value customers drive higher revenue and increased sales performance. Sales Navigator helps you target the right buyers, surface key signals, and shows you hidden allies so you can find those buyers that are most likely to convert. Fueled by LinkedIn's 1 billion member platform, Sales Navigator gives you the best and most up-to-date first-party data, enabling you to unlock conversations with people that matter. Right now, you can try LinkedIn Sales Navigator and get a 60-day trial at linkedin.com/lockedon. That's linkedin.com/lockedon for a 60-day free trial. Let LinkedIn Sales Navigator help you sell like a superstar today. Just go to linkedin.com/lockedon to get started. Stop the game. We got to talk more about Monopoly Go. I know what you're saying. You can't stop the game. There's a Major League Baseball game going on over your shoulder. But I got to tell you, Monopoly Go has so many great things about it. You can team up with friends for timed tournaments where you work together to build up each other's boards. The more you win together, the more awesome prizes you unlock, and there's so much you can get. Unique stickers you can trade with your friends to complete albums for big prizes. Cool new playing pieces to travel the boards with. Hilarious emojis for taunting friends when you smash their buildings and heist their vaults. Plus, Monopoly Go feels new and exciting every day with constantly changing tournaments and challenges. A ton include their own unique mini games like digging for treasure, robot Pinchico game, and there's always timed events that help you win big, like massive multipliers for everything you win or rent frenzies. There's always something going on fun to discover with Monopoly Go, so get off the bench and download it at the App Store or Google Play. All right, you may resume the game. Hey, where do you get your sports news? It's time to make the switch to Locked On Sports Today, the first ever 24-hour streaming sports channel on YouTube. It's now available on the Free Fires TV app on your Amazon TV. Check out all the latest opinions and takes from local experts from Locked On, plus the national shows. Locked On Sports Today. It's on your YouTube 24/7. Check it out. Have that be your new go-to spot. We made it to the Shibe Park Tavern, an enclosed area. There's a nice little Cheers vibe to it. It's nice and warm and not exactly packed right now. And we may need a drink or two to get through a pouring rain game like today. This is the day where you see who the real fans are. Every fan here should get at least one ticket to another game. Yeah, I'm here, and this is the Shibe Park Tavern here in the Oakland Coliseum. And if you saw the video that I did on Locked On MLB, where I went to the spot where Shibe Park used to exist, Connie Mack Stadium was also called that. That was the home of the A's for a very long time. And here they have a bunch of cool memorabilia from the A's during their glory years in Philadelphia, which, oddly enough, they spent more time here in Oakland than they did there. This is the old A's uniform. There's Lefty Grove. That's the old A's uniform. They had the elephant logo all the way back then. I don't know why they didn't call themselves the Elephants. It seems like a great name. But there it is from 1947. Jimmy Fox. Connie Mack Stadium picture there. And all of these were from the era of the mid-40s when the A's were not very good. Jimmy Fox's uniform from 1928. They won the World Series in 1929. 1928 was when he was teammates with Ty Cobb. They had the elephant right there on the uniform. There's Connie Mack bursting out of a baseball, the scorecard. It's appropriate because his presence on the team, quite frankly, was glorious for the first quarter of the 20th century, but because he wouldn't give up the team and his sons wouldn't let him retire, that kind of sunk the team in Philadelphia. In a way, the A's are still paying for it. How appropriate. Right there you see there's a picture of Connie Mack, but also that little figurine of Connie Mack broke and fell down. That's kind of appropriate for his tenure with the A's towards the end of his life and the effect it has on the A's to this day. You have an old-fashioned A's. This is Eddie Plank, another one of the A's Hall of Famers. And those are the old hats that they wore. We should bring those back as well. Old-fashioned glove. Connie Mack's Athletics. It's odd that Connie Mack just was the name and face of the A's during this time. and it's his inability to let go of the A's is still affecting the team. There's a dog on the field. Right there's a dog on the tarp walking around. That tells you a little something about the A's ground crew. But the A's ground crew is probably the greatest ground crew in all of baseball when you think about it, because this was the final grounds crew that ever had to deal with a multi-purpose stadium. The last one to share a football team with the stadium. But here we go. It looks like they're bringing the tarp back. Looks like they're pulling the tarp back a little bit. Get out of the way, doggy. Get out of the way. They're pulling it back. Could we have baseball today? Could we have baseball on Star Wars Day? We'll find out. Game is supposed to start 10 minutes from now, but they're pulling the tarp back. What do you think? All right. Tarp is off. We're going to get ourselves a game on here. The best grounds crew in baseball has made this a playable field. So we've only been waiting for what? We're only an hour and a half late. That doesn't help the pace of play. All right, here with Toph. Toph?
Yes, sir. What's going on, Sully?
Yeah, that's right. Toph here listens to Locked On MLB and Locked On A's, just like you do. You're more of an A's fan, though, right?
Yes, sir. So the team, John.
So, well, look at that. The opinions are of him and of me. Absolutely, sell the team. I couldn't be more clear about that. But I sent out. I'll take my hat off here. By the way, I got to say one thing. You've got the Sell shirt on. Give it a look. Which they don't sell at the A's team store. I really wanted to buy a Sell shirt, and I said, "Where are your Sell shirts?" Well, like you got your swinging A's hat.
Yes, sir.
That's from the A's of the '70s, which is my favorite era of the A's. And like my buddy here, I sent the thing out. Say, any listeners of the show, I'm here. Obviously, it's the Oakland Coliseum. You can find people here.
Yes, sir. As I told Sully, at section 119, I'm in row 15, completely free and clear.
By the way, this is how close we are. There you are. We have a better view than the bullpen, and yet here we are. And by the way, not one security guard stopped me because they can't afford to. Actually, you saw during with the grounds crew a couple of days ago, some schmuck jumped over there where the A's bullpen is, and just started running around the field. And nobody stopped it. Everyone just kept raking. That is how that's how tight the security is here. But you got that. You got your Cell. You got the A's. But just to show you, the Toph here is not. How do I say? Wanting to avoid pain and suffering in its life. Show us what jacket you got on.
Cleveland Browns got dropped on my head as an infant. That's what I tell people, at least, because how can you be a Cleveland Browns and Oakland Athletics fan?
Well, I mean, there are stranger combinations, but for God's sakes, man, give yourself some happiness. Give yourself some joy.
They can never take away December 2023 Joe Flacco, baby.
Well, I don't follow football, so I don't know what the hell that means. But I will just say this: so you're an A's fan. You listen to Locked On MLB. How far back? Like, who's your first A's memory? Using my rule of 7, which is you start to develop your first memories when you're on 7.
My first A's memory is definitely the 20-game win streak.
Okay.
Back in the day, Miguel Tejada's MVP season. Favorite A of all time, Eric Burns, because nobody ever played the game harder than Eric Burns played the game. Stephen Boat, now manager of the Cleveland Guardians.
Yep.
Was here when he walked off against the Tigers back in the day to tie the series at 1-1. When Justin Verlander, as A's fans know, eventually, gave us the business. It's a really sad time to be an A's fan, as most of y'all know, listeners. But the boys are playing such good ball. As we're sitting here with Sully, we're on 5-game win streak, looking to build on a homestand that we're 4-0 on currently.
Right.
The Miami Marlins, who just traded Luis Ariz yesterday, as we're speaking, was in the starting lineup and was traded out in the dugout once the game started. The boys are playing too good, so you know what? If there's going to be 1,400 people here, I want to be one of those 1,400 cheering the boys on.
And you're right. This, by the way, is exactly the kind of fan that I've been talking about this whole year. Yes, it's a sad year. Yes, we're about to lose the team to Sacramento, then maybe to Las Vegas. I don't know. But the people who are here are loving it.
I mean, I haven't even had the opportunity to see that.
Hey, look at that.
Hi guys.
How you doing?
See your tickets.
Oh, all right, gotta get out. And we just
got looted. There's 400 people
we
here.
just got the most Oakland A's moment in the history of the Oakland A's. There's nobody here. And the two of us were sitting in the seats there, and they asked us to move. Because God forbid you would want to have people...
Sell the team, John.
God forbid you would want to have fans sitting in the seats closest to the cameras that would make the place not look empty. Hey, you know what the funniest part about being kicked out of our seats there is that it's not even game time. You know, it says right now it's 2:50 in the afternoon, and there's a thing up there saying field will be evaluated at 3:15 to determine first pitch time. So the game isn't going to start for probably another 45 minutes, and yet he made sure we weren't sitting there. Now I want you to think about that for a second. In this massive throng of people here at the Oakland Coliseum, the people who actually showed up and said, I'm just going to sit here, and the game isn't even started, I'm just going to sit here, and we got booted. Again, my problem's not with the usher, but if you are trying to create a situation where you're holding up a gigantic middle finger to the fans, congratulations, mission accomplished. You know, there's a couple things about the stadium I have to say. I have been very effusive about the fans who come here, and I'm dead serious about that. And I have great memories of going to ball games here. You fill the place up with your memories. This place is filthy. Absolutely filthy. Like the counters and everything are not cleaned, and it's probably because they don't pay people to do it. But they just are clearly not making any attempt to make this a fan-friendly experience, which means the fans who actually come here are the best in the business. And you know what? Have this be a lesson to the good folks of Sacramento and Las Vegas. This is the organization that's doing this. Is that harsh? Maybe. But so is being told I'm sitting in the wrong seat in a place that is currently like this. I thought the guy was joking. Let's hear from today's sponsor, Yahoo Finance. When it comes to your financial future, you think you've done it all. You've saved, you've researched, you've invested all you can. And now you need to take those investments to the next level by using what every financial great uses, Yahoo Finance. For more than 25 years, Yahoo Finance has been the brand behind every great investor. Whether you're a seasoned investor or you're looking for extra guidance, Yahoo Finance gives you all the tools and data you need in one place. They're the #1 finance destination, producing a holistic look at the financial news cycle, including breaking news, original editorial perspectives, analyst rating, independent research, and so much more. Securely link your brokerage account for a unified view of your wealth, including 401k and other investments. A comprehensive perspective is what sets apart great investors, and that's how Yahoo Finance ensures you have the insight to look at your wealth in its entirety. With a community of over 90 million users each month, their real strength is helping you on your way to financial success. For a comprehensive financial news analysis, visit the brand behind every great investor, yahoofinance.com, the #1 financial destination, yahoofinance.com. That's yahoofinance.com. Hey, what's your go-to spot for checking out the latest in sports, opinions, takes, and the news? have it be Locked On Sports Today, the first ever national 24/7 streaming channel on YouTube. It's now available on the free Amazon Fire TV's channel app. Check it out for all the latest from the Locked On experts and the national shows. Check it out, Locked On Sports Today. Have that be your hub. We got another Locked On A's listener, Justin.
How you doing?
How you doing, man?
All right.
So we're getting ready to start the game in just a little bit, and you got your family with you here. So you listen every day?
Every day.
All right, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? I don't care about me. I don't give a crap about me. But
I don't want them to leave. I want them to stay.
Well, yeah.
That's my thoughts.
Well, while they're here,
enjoy as much as I can.
Exactly.
Watch as much as I can. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. At work, I've got it on my radio. My techs at work hate me because it's constantly blasting and I'm constantly yelling, and gotta enjoy as much as I can before it's over.
I met with another fan before you and everything. It's like my thesis on A's fandom reigns true. People criticize, there's empty seats. Have you met the people in the seats? Have you met them? You're not here because it's a fun, hip place to be. You're here because you love the team. Especially
the streak we're on right now.
Yeah.
It's Major League all over again. Let's go and enjoy that. You can't script this season.
I know. I mean, we're still waiting for the game to start here, but there is a scenario that does not involve a seance or at Star Wars Day, or a Jedi mind trick, where the A's could conceivably be in first place tomorrow.
It would be nice.
But I'm saying that who just enjoy that. Yeah. That you would be saying that, and it would be the first week of the season. We all thought by the time the taxes were turned in,
that was it. We'd be last place sitting here and not doing nothing.
But that's the Astros.
The tables are turned. The garbage cans have been banged.
Shots are fired. Shots are fired. So let me ask you a question here. I don't know. I'm not a gentleman doesn't ask someone their age, but who was your first guy? Who was your first A's hero that you remember?
It had to be Ricky. Ricky, because I was sitting up when the bleachers were bleachers in '89 in Game 4. I was 7 years old, and my dad took me out of school specifically because the earthquake had happened, and we got to get the tickets from his boss. Yeah, I sat there.
You were at the stick.
I was here.
No, Game 4 was at Candlestick.
Was three.
Look who's asking. Who said yes?
I was 7 years old. I'm 41
The rule of
now.
seven. The rule of seven, though. You've just proven my rule of seven. The rule of seven. The theory is that people's first memories and first heroes of a sports fan are when they're about 7 years old.
Get your first thoughts and you remember things.
By the way, do you know who was a rookie when I was 7 years old? Ricky Henderson. I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
Her first game was 7-2 when she first came. Yeah.
I went, no. She put her hand over her face.
He was 8, but she was 7. Yes. First game was.
What's your dog's name?
Annabelle.
Don't worry. I won't put the camera on again, Annabelle. I promise you. All right. Well, look. How many games do you go a year? You think?
At least 15 to 20.
Yeah.
At least once every 2 weeks. At least that.
What's been your favorite? Obviously, I'd have to say '89 is probably your favorite team. But what is your favorite? Who's your guy? Your favorite memory? I guess post '89.
The streak.
Yeah. I can't tell you how many A's fans.
That was right after high school. That was the streak. Yes, you can't ever beat that. That was that. Yeah. I remember how surreal that was. It just got again. It's gonna happen. Yeah, and I was in New York, and all these people were coming up to me going "Did they win again?" I said, "Yeah." File that under Only they won one more game against Minnesota, but I digress. All right, well, hey, thanks for listening to the show. And unbelievably, we're actually having baseball. First pitch is about to be thrown, and you know what happens, but I don't. We're going to see what happens. A's, Marlins, starting up now. By the way, the A's just had a 10-run inning. A 10-run inning. It's 12-0 in the fourth. Do the Marlins know this game counts? I have to tell you something. The Marlins just got their first hit.
And when they didn't get a hit for the first 3 innings, part of me thought, ooh, I'm here for a no-hitter. But then again, I go on no-hitter watch in the first inning. Well, the game's over. The final score was 20-4. In other words, the Marlins just should have stayed home because then the run differential would have been -9 instead of -16. Harris got his first 2 hits in his Major League career. They were both homers. And Rooker became the first Oakland A's player to hit 2 home runs in the same innings since Mark McGwire. Not bad company to keep. Well, it was a fun game, not a close one. Not a lot of people here, but if you learned one thing from this podcast, no, it's not the quantity, but the quality. There are great fans here in Oakland. Come see some games this year. You got a 500 team. If they win tomorrow, they'll have a winning record. Not if you take away this or that. Unqualified. So there you go, folks. I've been here for about 8.5 hours of my life because of the rain delay. I had fun. I hope you did too. Follow us at Locked On A's on Twitter or whatever it's called now. And Instagram. Also follow me at Locked On MLB Pods, where I host Locked On MLB, the other podcast I do. Or follow me. I'm your pal Sully. Sully Baseball on Twitter, Sully Baseball Podcast on Instagram. Watching the A's thump their way back to 500. This has been Locked On A's. I am yours, Paul Francis Sullivan. Please call me Sully.